Maybe even make some audible sounds with your exhalation. And bring yourself into this time and place. So rather than have your mind jumping all over forward or backwards in time, just be aware of right now. Notice how your body feels today. And this morning, just check in with yourself. How are you mentally? So check in physically, how the body feels. And then check in with your mental status. How are you emotionally? Like I said, yoga gives you the opportunity to make very subtle adjustments. Some awareness to our physical body so we can take care of it when it's calling out for us to be nourished, to move, or to be still. And our mental clarity comes from realizing that emotions and thoughts come and go. And that we're allowed to make choices. So rather than let the monkey mind just continue on a path that we don't want to go, we can make a choice to see things more clearly, to see things truthfully. Let's take 3 more breaths together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more, just for good measure. Inhale deeply. In through the nose, fill up, expand the rib cage. Exhale out. Let's open our eyes. We're going to start with some circles of joy. We haven't done these in a while. We start with our hands in prayer at our heart center. And make sure your feet are on the ground so you feel stable. Head is lifting up out of your shoulders. And then we'll open the arms nice and wide. And then inhale, arms up overhead. Palms or fingertips touch, and then hands back to your heart. Open the arms out wide. Inhale with the lift of the rib cage. Exhale, hands to heart. All the way out. Inhale all the way up. Exhale back to heart center. Inhale. All the way up to your heart. Now just, you can close your eyes and do a couple rounds of these. We're just kind of warming up the body at this point, and the arms and the shoulders. We're gonna do some necks after this, some neck stretches. So just kind of warm up the shoulders, breathing and moving at a rhythm that matches your breath. Smile as you move. That also helps you feel good. Just a couple more. If you already feel like you've had enough, just bring your hands to your heart center. And then think about your intention for this practice. What do you need out of it? Maybe you want to, instead of an intention, you want to make a dedication. Sometimes I like to think about somebody and invite just a sense of calmness. Like for somebody who I'm thinking of, um, dedicate sometimes my practice to them because I know they're not feeling well. I want to mentally send my energy to them to hopefully make them feel better. So press your feet into the ground, lift your head up again. See if you can kind of wiggle in your seat to sit taller. Now take your hands and interlace them behind your back. We're going to roll back the shoulders and then take your right ear to your right shoulder. And if holding onto your hands, interlacing them behind you doesn't feel good, you can also sit on your hand. So either one works. And if something doesn't feel right in your body, that's your body's way of saying, hey, don't do that. So we want it to feel a sense of stretching, but not a sense of pain. No sharp shooting pain, ever. Now bring your head back up to neutral and then tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. Try to keep the shoulders back some. And now back through center. Release your hands. We're going to roll out the wrist. And now take your index and middle finger to your temple. So right here on your temple, and just kind of draw some circles. You can close your eyes. It's a little massage for your brain, the side of your head. We're just going to draw little circles on our temples. And now slide your hands down just to where you can almost feel your jawbone and like where your ear and your jawbone right there on the side of your face. Oh, we lost Diane. Let's get her back. And just kind of massage right there. And then I want you to open your mouth, and then massage. So for anybody who has TMJ or has tight muscles in their face, this should feel good. There's go. And then come down just a little bit lower. And you can kind of feel like right here on the side of your face, there's a little bit of, there's these muscles that attach down here to the jaw. And sometimes those get tense too. And again, if you want to open your mouth and kind of move a little bit closer to your cheek, just below your cheekbones. Hopefully your hands are clean. Don't touch your face with dirty hands. And now we'll take just from here, you're going to move back behind your ears. So underneath your earlobes, you'll feel the bottom of the skull. And just kind of gently massage up the back of your ears. So just going right behind the ears and up, and then back down. If you ever have tension headaches or stuff like that, this is a good massage to learn for those. Hopefully you clean behind your ears when you take a shower. And now I want you to take those two fingers and follow the base of your skull. So all around the back, and you can probably want to tilt your chin in to do this. And again, you're just putting a little bit of pressure, maybe making these little tiny movements, the massage movements around the back of your head. And then when you've given yourself a good massage, just roll out the wrist and the fingers, maybe make some movements at the wrist, and then some spreading out the fingers, doing that a couple times. Good. Now let's rest our hands for just a second. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Squeeze your low belly in as if you're trying to pull it in and up. And then exhale, lift the head and push your belly forward for your cow-like shape. Soften the shoulders. And then back in. Tuck the chin in, belly in and up. And then back. So move through a couple of these cat-cows. You can also move your hands if you want to do your hands on your legs, moving them towards your knees for the cat-like shape, and then back towards the hip creases for the cow. Elbows squeeze towards the rib cage. And do a couple of these. If it feels good to hang and linger in a shape, then do that. If you want to move faster to start to build up some heat, you can do that as well. So move at your own pace through the cats and cows. And think about our goal in yoga is to create space where you once were stuck. So if you're feeling tension somewhere, think about how you can breathe into that space, how you can kind of release the tension, how you can open it up to create space. And I like to visualize things. I love metaphors. So if you envision a dark room and a crack maybe in the wall and there's a light coming in, that's what you're doing. It's everything's kind of stiff and dark, but there's this little crack and it's letting light in. And the more you move it, the bigger the crack gets and the more light comes into the space. Lightness. Let's do 2 more together, 2 more cats and cows. And then we'll pause, bring your hands, ooh, my hands feel a little tingly now after rubbing them on my legs. Take your hands out to the side of you for Tadasana. Press your right foot into the ground. Lift your left knee up. Lifting the left knee off of the ground. And just hold and hover for a second with the left knee. Pushing the knee up. Try to keep the knee in line with the hip. Can you relax your shoulders? Can you stay steady? And very slowly, let's bring the left foot down. Shake out the knees just a little bit, and then we'll press the left foot into the ground. Lift your right knee off the floor. Right foot off the floor. Right knee comes up. Sometimes I can't talk. Again, we're just practicing your core work here. Oftentimes people think, oh, I've got terrible balance. It can come from weak ankles, but a lot of times it comes from weak core. And here we can actually see that when you lift the right foot off the ground, you feel it in your belly. And to hold something takes stamina and takes strength. So just think about building strength when we hold these poses. Try to keep breathing. All right, let's release the right foot back down. Now, this time when we lift the left knee, we're going to take it out in front of us. Look at my pretty pink socks this morning. Push out from the hip to the heel. And again, relax the shoulders. Just keep steady with the right foot. See if you can draw the spine upwards so the head feels like it's lifting, it's not collapsing down. And engaging the left leg. All the muscles in the left leg are being activated. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. One more deep breath in. Exhale it out. Bend your knee, lower your left foot. Sit back tall if you were leaning. We don't think we're leaning until we see it. Like, oh yeah, I was totally not sitting straight. All right, let's try the other foot. Left foot stays down, right knee comes up. Relax the hands, relax the shoulders. Extension through the right leg. Did you lean back? Try to lean back. Shoulders over hips. Feel the engagement in the little right leg muscles here. Just holding it. Use your core. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knee, lower down. Good. Now lift both heels off the ground. So standing on your toe mounds and your toes, bring your shoulders over your hips. Extend the arms out in front of you. So I want you to reach out through your fingertips, bring your head up higher, and activate the muscles in your legs. Now take your arms out wide, and we're going to lean forward. Heels are still off the ground. So stretching out through the arms. Lean back, shoulders back over hips. Lower your heels, give yourself a hug. We're going to do that again. Lift your heels. Extend the arms. Notice which one was on the bottom. Hinge forward, shoulders over knees. Reach out through your fingertips. Point your head to where it's like shooting up. It's not going down unless it feels good to tuck your chin into you. So really activating the legs, reaching out through the arms. Breathe. Lower the heels, switch to the arms. My left arm's going to go on the bottom this time. Hug in. Release the arms, release the heels down. Inhale, sweep the arms up through the front to the sky. Big stretch up. Now come up onto your tippy toes. So lift your heels, tall, very tall mountain pose. Exhale, lower your heels and bring your hands to your outer shins. Look down. Now look forward, lift up your chin, reach out, thunderbolt to mountain. So heels staying off the floor the whole time. Cactus your arms, lift your head up, squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, re-extend up. Exhale, reach forward, hands to your shins. Look forward. Tuck your chin back in. Thunderbolt, arms to the front, all the way up to the side. And then out to cactus. Lower the hands down, lower your heels down. Inhale, arms up through the front. Exhale, cactus arms. Twist to the right, left elbow forward. And through center, and we'll twist to the left. And then back to the right. And to the left. Two more times to each side. And now back through center. Reach up, lift your heels. Exhale, dive forward, all the way down. So you can reach for your ankles. Relax the shoulders. If it feels good, you can bobble the head a little side to side. Nice and slow, we'll rise up. All right. We're going to take the right hand, reach it up, and then pat yourself on the back. Take the left arm, reach it up, and place it on your right elbow, and then encourage yourself to kind of lean to the left. Deep breaths in and out. Feels so good. All right, we're going to come back through center. Release your left arm down. Extend the right arm up and then draw it in the air, a big circle. If this hurts your shoulder, if you have any rotator cuff injuries, be very careful. Let's do one more in this direction and then circle the other way. And now we're going to try that same exact pose one more time, see if we can get a little deeper. Right hand reaches up, pat yourself on the back. Left arm comes back to your elbow, or second option is to reach around, see if you can find your fingertips reaching with the left hand. Mine will not do it on this side. I can do it on the other side, but the shoulder doesn't do it. So if that's not an option, you can also hold, again, go back to holding the elbow. If you have a washcloth or towel nearby, sometimes you can hold the towel and kind of pull down. That's also something I really like to do as well. Use little props, towels, washcloths, all those things are pretty good. They make your arms get longer, your extension, so you have you can pull on them. So really feel the right rib cage lifting as you inhale. I'm going to breathe into the right side. Try not to rush it. We're always so hurried to get to the next pose. Just a couple more breaths here. All right, now when we release, the left hand goes first, right arm goes back up, and we're going to take it across to our left leg and turn to look over your left shoulder. Left hand can be on your hip or to the side of the chair. And then we'll come back through center. All right, that left arm's getting a little jealous. So lift up through the front. So the left arm goes up high. Lift up the left ribs. And then pat yourself on the back on the left side. Take your right arm to your left elbow. Lift and lean to the right. Notice the quality of your breath. Are you taking short, shallow breaths? Are you taking big, long inhales and very slow exhales? That's the goal, to keep your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. Very good. Now we're going to come back through center. Release your right hand down. Extend the left arm up. And now draw circles. We'll do one more in this direction. And then we'll go the other way. One more big circle around, and then we'll pause with the left arm in the air, feeling all the blood flow coming down, and then pat yourself on the back. Remember your options. You can take the right hand behind you and see if, like, I can find my fingertips on this side, but I can't on the other side. Or you can hold on to the elbow with the right hand. We're going to lift and lean slightly. So lean to the right. Make sure your feet are on the ground. Your sit bones aren't coming off the chair. You can close your eyes and just feel all the different muscle groups that are activating here. Think of just creating little space for light to come in, a lightness. Cracking open the shutters, letting the light shine into your chest and your heart. Now, nice and slow, we'll return back to neutral. Lower the right arm if it's up. And then we'll take left hand to the sky, bring it across, and look over your right shoulder. We're trying to draw your left shoulder forward, looking over your right. Spine is nice and long. Beautiful. Come back through center. Just relax the left arm next to you. Take a couple breaths. Bring yourself back into this moment. Now we're going to toe heel our feet out, just relaxing the arms here. Just toe heel the feet out nice and wide. And hands can stay beside you, or you can bring them to your lap. And we're just going to lean, bring your right shoulder down towards your right knee. And this might be all you need today, and just feel how that feels for you. And we'll come back through center and just lean over towards the left knee. Now back through center. Now we're going to draw a circle. So lean towards the right and then come forward and then to the left. Try to lean back some and make a circle. Add on anything else you need. If you want to kind of rolling around the shoulders as you're moving, you can do that. If you start to feel dizzy, come back to just stillness, sitting tall. And always try to smile. Even when you don't want to, try to smile through it. It does help. Times get hard. If you smile, you're like, I can do this. Not to say that this is hard or anything, but you know, smiling makes things better. Since we're all wearing masks these days, it's hard to tell if people are smiling. Ooh. All right, now one more time around, very mindfully move one more. And then we'll pause here with our chest coming forward and try to push out through your knees. So getting into the inner thighs here. Take a couple deep cleansing breaths. Good. Now push your shoulders back over your hips to goddess pose. Elbows go out. And we're going to take the right elbow to the right hip and squeeze in, kind of contracting the space here. and back up through center. Left elbow to left hip. Center. Let's go back to the right. Take your time. Do 3 more. 1. This would be 2. No rush. This is 3 to this side. And 3 to that side. Now extend the arms up. Hands to the knees. Lean back forward. Straight spine. Flat back. Push out through your inner thighs. See if you can look 3 feet in front of you, stretching out the back of your neck. So imagine there's no wrinkles back there. You want the neck nice and long in the back. Breathe. All right, nice and slow. Lift your chest up. Take your right hand to the inside of your right knee and slide up the left arm to the sky, or hold on to your shoulders or the hip or behind the head. But also you can reach up. So now you can take whatever option you want to. If you want to slide that right hand closer to your ankle and get deeper in it, or maybe you just want to stay here. Decide and then reach for it. This is a big stretch. Nice and slow. We'll bring the right hand to the right knee, left hand to the left knee. Sit tall. And now we're going to switch sides. Left hand goes to the left leg, right hand to the hip, shoulder, head, or extend up. Let the left hand slide down your leg. Spread apart your right fingers if they're in the air, so you want to be active with the hands. Your neck can be straight ahead if that feels good to you, or you can gaze up toward your right palm. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Right hand comes back to right knee, left hand to left knee. Hinge forward. Flat spine. Look down. Now, option is to keep your hands on your knees or extend the arms out using your core. Deep stretch in those thighs. All right. Now we're going to lift our arms up, lift the shoulders up, all the way up to the tall mountain. Toe heel your feet back in. And then exhale the arms by the sides. Good. Lift your right knee up, give it a squeeze. Hug in. And I think last time we did the lean back. So see if you can try that now. Bring the neck back. And the shoulders go down as you squeeze the knee into your chest. Good. Now tuck your chin towards your chest and then bring your chin towards your knee, grounding it. And now release the right knee down. Let's try the left knee. Let's hold on to the shin, bring the knee up. Lift the head up, drop the shoulders down, neck comes back as opposed to jutting your head forward. Bring the head back and squeeze the knee in closer to your chest. And now bring your chin forward towards your left knee tuck it in, trying to scoop everything into a small ball. And now gently release and lower the left foot. And now we're going to lift the right knee up and draw a circle in the air. You can hold on to the knee if that makes you feel better, or you can just kind of let it go. Just drawing some circles with the knee. And then circle it the other way. Again, you don't want to feel bone on bone, so if you're like feeling scratchiness in the hip, be very mindful of that. All right, that leg's getting tired, so I'm going to set it back down. Readjust and sit back tall, and we'll lift the left knee up. Bring it out to the side and draw circles with this knee. Now we'll circle the other way, so just unwind. And then lower that foot down. Sit to the edge of your chair, and we're going to rock forward and rock back. You can start to make those movements bigger, leaning deeper, pulling back. If you're too close to, you probably have to sit to the edge or you won't be able to lean back. When you lean back, you start to feel it in your core. Activate your knees, maybe bring your knees off the ground when you lean back, option, or you can stay just with your feet on the floor. Now, if you like, you can come into Navasana boat pose with me. You're going to pause here with our feet off the ground, hands beside us, legs kind of engaged, so they're working together. Toes, big toes touching. Whew, do you feel it in your core yet? Awesome. Then you can try reaching your arms up. We're balancing on their sit bones. Then we'll lower the feet, lower the arms, and forward fold. Take your time in the forward fold. No rush. Just let your head relax. Feel the shoulders relax. Breathe in and out with expansion of the ribs. Feel the rib cage blow up like you're blowing up a balloon. On the exhale, feel the balloon getting smaller and kind of contracting in. All right, nice and slow. We'll rise up. Take your time. Sit for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to move to our standing position. So make your way behind the chair. Stand nice and tall. Fingertips on the top of the back of the chair. Lift the head up. Engage your inner thighs by kind of pulling in through these muscles in your legs. So you'll feel the kneecaps lift up. Now bend your knees and soften. So all we did was just drop down the hips. So the spine is still neutral. Fingertips are on the chair if you like, or you can have them beside you. And now we're going to stand tall. You can rise the arms up out to the side and then up overhead. And we're going to do that again. Exhale, arms can come down, bend the knees and squat. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up or hold onto the chair. Exhale, bend the knees, arms come down, shoulders relax. One more. Inhale, arms up, reach the sky, straight legs. And then exhale, hands beside your hips. Come back down. Toe heel your feet out, coming into a wide stance. And toes face to the back of the chair. Now, turn your left foot to the side. So right foot still facing forward. And we're going to bend into the left knee or the right. Doesn't matter. Just do the other one if you pick the wrong knee. And then straighten it. So I'm feeling this is not wide enough. So I'm going to step back out my back foot and bend into the knee again. There's a couple bends to the side. Good. We'll do one more. And back through center. Turn the left toes or whatever, the right one back center, and we'll switch sides. My right foot's going to go to the side, right side, and bend into the right knee, or vice versa if you did the other knee. And just a couple bends into that side. Do one more. And then turn your toes back center. Step your feet together. And now we're going to work on our tree pose. So we've warmed up the inner thighs. And you're just going to start with whichever foot you want to. Lift the knee up, take the foot out to the side, and then plant it somewhere on your leg. Reminder that trees don't all look the same. Yesterday I had the beautiful opportunity, a rare moment for me, to be able just to sit on my back deck, to look up at the sky, and to look at the trees, and see how they gently sway, the air that's moving around them. And they all look different. Some grow in strange shapes. So don't worry about what shape you're in. Don't worry about anything. Try to remain steady in the standing leg. That's what you want to think about in this pose. Not about what anything else is happening, but the steadiness of the foot that's anchoring you down. It's an anchor. Think about how trees grow roots into the earth. And even with crazy storms and bad weather and wind, they stay stable. Most of them. Not always. When you've had enough, all you do is just shake out the other leg. Give it a little shake, or at least the tension in those muscles. Recenter yourself, and we'll do it on the other side. So whatever leg you didn't just do, lift up the opposite. Knee out to the side, and then place your foot somewhere on your leg, or even big toes on the ground. Chair's there if you need it. Your hands are your branches, so you're welcome to explore movement in the arms. The lift of the head upwards, so stretching out the neck, making the neck nice and long. Concentrating on your breathing. And then when you're ready, you just step back down, shake it off. Now we're going to come into dolphin pose. So for this one, you probably want to switch to your seat of your chair for it. And dolphin pose gets into the shoulders, since we've done a lot with our shoulders today. This is a pose that can be challenging, but when you get it, it's like, ah, that hits the spot. So all we're going to do, and again, if this is too low, put a pillow or something on your chair so you can bring it up higher. So sometimes you need a little extra. I don't need extra, but if you do, it's there. So we're going to bring our forearms to the chair. Palms are going to touch. So we're making a little prayer, namaste hands. Walk your feet back a little bit so your bum's in the air. And then bring your head in between your arms. So you're going to look underneath and then push back your hips. Ooh, you'll feel that in your hamstrings. So bend the knees. Just bring your head back. Now, second option is to bend the elbows, bringing your namaste hands over your head. So it looks like a little shark fin above you. You can try that. Again, if it's making you feel dizzy or uncomfortable in any way, back off. Maybe just do a downward facing dog instead. Just take 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Return your hands down. And then help yourself get back up. So go nice and slow. Your hands back to the seat of the chair. Bend your knees. Look forward. And then reach your arms up. Standing mountain. Hands come back down by your sides. Good job. If there's anything else you need before we come back to sitting, you can do that. And if you're ready to come back to having a seat, you can do that too. And we'll take a second. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Hopefully your shoulders feel good. All right. So let's finish out our practice with a couple of neck rolls and then go into meditation. So chin towards your chest and roll it out. Nice and slow. Do one more in this direction, and then we'll switch and unwind. You can keep your eyes closed or open in these practices. And when you're ready, just switch directions. And now bring yourself back up to neutral. Sit tall. We'll finish out with a couple more circles of joy and then to Shavasana. Hands at your heart center. Exhale, open the arms nice and wide. Reach back. Inhale, reach up. Hands together. thumbs point to your heart. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale through your circles of joy. Remember, relaxation is the game here. We're trying to get the body relaxed using the breath. Do 2 more. We'll end in a forward fold. And if you like to stretch your legs out instead of bent knees, you can also do that fold. Well, if you like to keep your knees bent, go ahead and just go into your favorite fold. And then nice and slow, lean back. If your legs aren't straight, go ahead and straighten them. Maybe put your feet on top of something. And get yourself comfortable and close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. See if you can swallow and maybe relax your tongue and your mouth. It's in difficult times that help us to grow in leaps and bounds in ways we could only dream of. But first, you have to crack open. Sometimes it hurts. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen, it's gonna happen. So surrender to the process and let life do its thing. It will be worth it. This is how light gets in. Although the world is full of suffering, it's also full of overcoming it. Helen Keller. If you seek peace, be still. If you seek wisdom, be silent. If you seek love, be yourself. Check in with yourself. Notice how you feel now compared to the beginning of our practice. Notice your physical state. And notice your emotions and how you feel in your mind. And now gently start to rock yourself. Maybe you want to grab a hold of your elbows and just kind of like that gentle, caring, caressing kind of hold of just rocking, holding yourself. And then when you're ready, bring your hands to your heart center. We'll finish out our practice acknowledging one another. The light in me recognizes that you also have light coming within you. We need to let our light shine, crack open just a bit. Be happy, be healthy, be kind. Namaste. Thank you guys.